Greetings, nail techs. It is noon on December 28th, and I'm Michelle Cordes Pugh, and this is Nails Over Coffee. So I'm going to give a second for anybody to join in who's coming on down. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I know I get a lot of people who watch from the web too, so I can't necessarily see how many people there are joined for that. So I'll give a minute for people to pop their way on in. Today for coffee, since some of you may or may not know, I got married this year, and so this is my Mrs. Disney mug. So I'm rocking the Mrs. Disney mug today with some salted caramel creamer, French roast coffee. So I am much better, as anybody can see that I actually have my face on today. So I am much better from my surgery, thank goodness. And I get to do 2 clients today. Yay! As not impressed as my doctor was that I was only taking 10 days off. Well, those of us nail techs know that if we don't work, we don't make any money. So I took 10 days off, and that's just what they get. So back to doing some clients today. So I'm super excited. Update on Gary Weltman from Soft Landings. Kathy and Gary. Gary has been transferred to a rehab facility, and Kathy posted some pictures of him, and he is looking much better, and he's doing well, and he's doing lots of rehab, and he got a haircut and a shave, and that was interesting. Kathy said she'll leave it to the daughter next time. But yeah, so all of our thoughts are with you, Gary. Keep getting better. Yay, Soft Landings family getting better. Okay. And anything else cool that's going on? Oh, somebody mentioned on the nail team board that they wanted to know if anybody had ordered directly from Coupa. I always have some weird thing going off my hair. That's better. Ordered directly from Coupa, and yes, there definitely is a benefit to order directly from Coupa. They are super good to deal with. If you have anything that goes wrong with your handpiece, you can send your handpiece in and they will service it and send it back to you for a good price. So, but on that note, if you're thinking about ordering, I saw on Beauty Connect, yes, that the 12 days of Coupa Christmas sale has been extended to the 31st. So you have a couple of days. And so if you go to CoupaTV.com, that's where all of the 12 days of Christmas specials are. There's some drill bits on there. But the biggest thing is if you're looking at getting one of the Passport portable Coupa drills, it's on special for $350, and it also includes the little bracket thing that sits on your desk. So you can take the rechargeable e-file around with you, which is amazing if you do toes and nails in 2 different places. And then they also have the UP200, which is the drill I've had. Oh, I know I'm not supposed to say drill, but damn it. E-file. The e-file that I've had since we called them a drill in 1997. It's the same one I've had the whole time. And it's still going strong. And I paid $400 for it in 1997, and it's on special right now for $325. So trust me, if I was in the market for purchasing another e-file, that would totally be the one that I would get right now. So I do have chat on, and I can see my screen. So if anybody has any comments, questions, greetings, want to let me know where you're watching from, any of that kind of stuff, I can see my screen. So on the note of Periscope, last night's Nail Talk Radio, NTR, was also on Periscope simultaneously as they were broadcasting. And so the guest was the Nail-lebrity, Elaine Watson, and she's on Periscope at Nail-lebrity. And then Braden at NTR Braden. and Athena at Nail Talk Radio, all of their Periscope handles, were all broadcasting on Periscope last night as they were broadcasting NTR. And so it was a little chaotic. It was sort of hard to jump around from one room to another, unless you were like Nelly and somebody else had posted pictures of their little layout they had of every tablet and phone and laptop they could get their hands on, so they could broadcast everything at once. But the biggest thing is I planned on listening on my computer and watching on my iPad and my iPhone, so I could at least listen live and then get to or put Nail Talk Radio. I don't know. I think I could at least get 3 in, that maybe if I could get all 3 up with my computer and my 2 devices. The problem is that there was a lag between the Periscope broadcasts and the Blog Talk Radio broadcast. There was probably like a 3-second lag. And so it actually made it really difficult to listen to NTR on the regular Blog Talk Radio and watch on Periscope, which I know is something that Athena is already beginning to address. There's some other video platforms like Google Hangouts and Blab and some others. There's some other video platforms that I think will go better with the Blog Talk Radio's existing platform. So be patient with that. But in the meantime, the Periscope thing was so much fun. And it was so nice to get to see my friends Braden and Athena and Elaine while they were broadcasting. And I know that there's going to be some more Periscope going on until they figure out a different platform. So definitely tune in. It's fun. I bounced around between the 3 of them. Elaine was definitely more like engaging with the audience, but she couldn't talk because she couldn't turn off her mic access. So she was writing notes and holding them on a Post-it note thing and holding them up to the screen, which was really funny. And Braden was trying to be engaged, but of course he's the tech guy behind the scenes who's running the commercials and running all of that technical stuff. So only once did he forget to turn off his microphone when he was talking to those of us on Periscope. So he kept saying he was the boring one, but it was actually kind of cool. If you want to see the behind the scenes of how the control panel works and the techie part and the screens and stuff, Braden's the one to watch for that. And Athena for a while had her screen was on the screen that was showing the multicast. And so that was kind of cool because for a while I was on Athena's cast because it was showing everything and I had it playing through my phone speaker, and then I had my iPad that I was bouncing back and forth between Braden and Elaine. So it was definitely confusing, but I think they did really good for a first go around. And Elaine, the Nail-ebrity, is full of such information. If you don't know who Elaine Watson is, she is formerly with, some other companies, but most recently known for Star Nail, and has gone out and formed her own company where Nail-ebrity, and she sells Take Two. It's not a wrap. It's a protective base coat film. I love to say that for you, Elaine, because it reminds me of your videos. But and so she has also done something you can do through Nail-ebrity, which is a individual one-on-one Skype appointment with her for either an hour or 2 hours with a living spreadsheet. And you can go through and figure out your cost per service stuff and find out how much money you're making. And so that's a really cool service that she offers too. And all that's at nailebrity.com. But she did the recent Sports Illustrated cover nails for Serena Williams. So she talked a little bit about that. And she talked about some of the other celebrity things she's had the opportunity to do. So if you get a chance, the the Periscope casts will still be on Periscope until tonight because they're on Periscope for 24 hours. So if you download the Periscope app, which now that Periscope is owned by Twitter and more people are using Periscope, it might be worth it to download the app, at least as long as it's hot like it is right now. And because I use Periscope for this platform, but to be real honest with you, I will probably switch to another platform once I start being more interested in having guests on my show. I will probably switch to another platform like Google Hangouts or Blab. So, so Periscope's fun for right now. It was founded on See the World Through Somebody Else's Eyes, which is why when you first start a broadcast, it's on your outward facing camera. And then you have to actually turn it around to this camera. So it's definitely cool when it comes to that. So downloading Periscope, check it out. If you want to check out most of last night's show, you can hear everybody and see Athena and see some people on the @NailTalkRadio tag on Periscope. Your Twitter handle and your Periscope handle are the same because Twitter owns Periscope now. So @NailTalkRadio. And now if you just want to listen to last night's broadcast, you can go to blogtalkradio.com and search Nail Talk Radio, or you can go to the nailtalkradio.com website or Facebook page. There's also as always, there's a thing to enter for a giveaway for something. So you want to go listen to that in time to be able to enter. And if you want to see Braden or see the silly nail-liberty Elaine Watson, go do so on their Periscope accounts before they go away. So that was the NTR wrap-up. I can see that I have no people watching right now, which there might be people watching on the web and I just can't see, but I've got nobody in for chat right now. So I could pretty much do anything if I wasn't going to post this and nobody would know. But because I am going to post it, I won't do any such silliness. So not a whole lot going on the web, on the groups. Pretty much just a reminder of end of year sales going on. And let's see, anything else that I could see in the groups? Not so much. Lots of nails. There's been some pictures of some mood changing acrylic powder, which I thought was kind of cool. I'm going to kind of look into. And we've been having a lively discussion about the CYO gel, which on Beauty Connect, which I should be getting this week. And I have my whole little test thing planned out for that. But you know, on a nail tech note, I have a client who consistently peels off, no matter what I say to her gel polish. And the longest she had ever gone was 9 days. She also went 9 or 10 days with her take 2. It's not a wrap, but it did leave her nails a lot nicer. So I liked that. This last time I used veneer on her and she got 15 days out of the veneer, or 14 days out of the veneer. So that was pretty cool. But she's going to peel it off because one's chipping. And so I got to thinking, if the CYO gel works for her, where I can get that 12, 13 days out before chipping, then if I can send her with a bottle of the regular polish home with whatever color she's wearing, even if it's just one of those little mini teeny tiny bottles, if I can send her home with a bottle of that, then she can, when she starts to chip, she can polish over the end where it's chipping or the side where it's chipping, and then maybe she won't peel the rest off. So that might be a real benefit to the CYO gel. I just thought of today when she let me know that her nails lasted 14 days, and I couldn't get her to not peel them off before tomorrow. I see her tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday, but oh my gosh, like, I was like, oh, you made it so close. Oh, I'd love to be able to remove her nail polish. If you only get one group to go look at, you need to go look at Prof Nail, Profnail. There is some beautiful, beautiful nails that have gone on Prof Nail. The Eastern Europeans just do some beautiful work. And just tons of pictures. And then I thought I saw, well, let me go to my saved thing and see if I saved something. No, doesn't look like I saved anything that I thought I saved something. Maybe it was in the Canadian Nail Tech Connection. The Canadian Nail Tech Connection is always just great. Yeah. So, mostly just pictures going on. This, of course, is our crazy week between Christmas and New Year's. Everybody gets in at the beginning of December so they can look good for holiday parties, and then they come back in the week between Christmas and New Year's. They can look good for New Year's parties. So this is the busy time. So I get that not having a whole lot of live viewers here during this, but, so I will keep an eye out on what's going on now that I'm back to doing clients and everything again. I am back to doing University of Nails stuff, so I'll get that live soon here. But the only thought, Elaine inspired me to think about cost per service. And I think what I would like for you guys to do, to think about as you're doing your taxes and everything anyway. So getting ready as you're doing your taxes, this is something that you can do just sort of while you're doing them, that if you're not going to take the time just yet to figure out everything about everything, there's a couple of things you can do that'll give you a ballpark, that'll give you some good information. So while you're doing your taxes, you need to get a client count. That is how many client service hour type count. So how many services you did this last year. So if you have Mary Jane who came in for a manicure and pedicure, she counts as 2 because that's 2 services, even though she was just 1 client. If, so counting how many services you did over the course of the year as you go through and finish your books up for doing taxes, so that you have a total count, whatever that count may be, 2,645, whatever it is. Then also, when you're doing your taxes, you write off everything you used for your supplies. So totaling up all the supplies and everything you purchased. Now, this is not going to factor in things like education and all that kind of stuff, but it will factor in just straight services and straight raw supplies you purchased. So being able to take that number, $6,422, and divide it by how many clients you did, 2,645 services you did, will give you a rough idea of cost per service for supplies only. Now, what you can also do while you're doing your taxes is you can figure out all your tax stuff and figure out all your deductions off your revenue. So you can take your revenue, how much money you made, and divide it by that number of services, and that's your revenue per client. That's your average of what you're charging each client for their services. Now you can see where that falls in line with what services you offer and their various price scales. So you'll find out if you're slightly above or slightly below. So maybe you're doing less expensive services than you think you are. That kind of thing. Then you can also then take all the total of your deductions. That's your rent, your insurance, your education, your supplies, your everything, your total cost of your deductions that you're going to take off that top line. You can take the cost of your deductions and divide that by your client hours. And that'll give you a fairly accurate cost per service. in a roundabout fashion. It's not going to give you anything exact. It doesn't give you any information on how to adjust those numbers or anything, but just to give you a ballpark of where you're at. And then you can take that bottom line number, the profit that you made, divide it by those number of services, and then you've got kind of an idea of how much profit you're making per client. Now, all of these are ballpark numbers. This is by no means anything that you should be making a ton of strategic decisions with. But if you're not going to sit down just yet and figure out your cost per service, like I teach you how to do in the University of Nails videos I'm working on, if you're not going to sit down and do all of it, at least this is a small part of it that you can at least glean some information and find out if you're in the ballpark. Now that's for self-employed techs. For salon owners, it's significantly more complicated. So I'd love to help you out with that. If you want to reach out to me, there'll be a video just in the next couple of months on University of Nails just for salon owners to figure out what those figures are called as benchmarks. Figure out benchmark numbers that can help you make some decisions. So, my goodness, I think we've already burned through the 22 minutes. And, you know, I still don't think I see any viewers here to chat with. So, everybody's busy doing nails, I guess, because everybody's taking a day off this week for the holiday. I guess, because normally Mondays are kind of busy here in Periscope land. So, all right, well, that was 20-something minutes. I'll get this posted, and that way everybody can have a chance to check it out. Anyway, that is Monday, December 28th, Nails Over Coffee. Thanks for checking in. Cheers. Happy shopping, by the way, on go get yourself a new Koopa drill. Ooh, I almost knocked you over. Bye.